Hello there, survivors, and welcome back to ARK Survival Ascended. Today we're taking a look at the Viking village that I built together with LolsAtLance and Johnny from my community server. We did this during our extra live stream where we built this entire village in one go. Now, if you missed the stream and you would like to watch it back to see how we build all these structures, you know, to get some inspiration for yourself, of course you can do that. The stream is still on the channel, but in this one we're going to take a walk around the town and look at all the different builds that we did. I personally really like some of these. I worked on the Stave church at the top of the town, as well as some of the smaller homes in this town itself. And I really love the way most of these buildings turned out. I think I might actually try and do a full step-by-step tutorial for the Stave Church, because I think with maybe some few changes, you can definitely make that into a proper base that you can use. Maybe already getting ready for some Ragnarok vibes, or further in the future, maybe some Fjorda. But I mean, a cool Viking base is always welcome, right? As always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. That will help me out a ton. Let's get into the Viking village. And here we go. We're here at the start or the end of the village. It's the longhouse lance made right here, and then all the way up to the Stave church back there that I built, and a bunch of little homes along the way, as you can see. This was all built in a live stream that lasted for a little over 4 hours, and of course was all for a good cause, as you can see right here, all for the Extra Life charity. And this was really fun. I mean, of course, Lance and I did the build challenge with some other builders a while back, and for this one we decided, you know, relax a little bit more, build together. But it was still a little hectic trying to get the whole village in, but I do really like the way this turned out. Of course, there's been plenty of mods used in this, like JVH landscaping, also JVH garden landscape, I think it's called. I added that in after the stream to add these paths in the village. And then we have the Klinger rustic structures. We've got architect structures remastered, of course, and the Circa deco core for some decorations, as well as RR home deco. And some other mods and custom cosmetics to make it all come to life. But yeah, I do really like the vibe of this town. So as you can see, there's the longhouse that Lance did. He transformed one of his vanilla builds to using more of these Klinger rustic textures, which looks really cool. And then we got some of these smaller homes that we build in the middle of the town, moving on to those A-frames that are connected into the ground with the grass roofs. And then Johnny also made some buildings, beautiful buildings along the water side, including an amazing bridge up to the church over there. So let's hop down here. Now there are no interiors, because obviously we built this all in one go, and there would not be enough time to do all the interiors as well. But we can look at Johnny and Lance being passed out here, and you know, they're so tired from all the building that they haven't really fully recovered yet. But as you can see, there is some lovely details on the outside. We did do some detailing. I'm actually quite happy with these path blocks from the JVH garden landscape mod, which, yeah, just lets you build your own paths, which is quite nice to do. We got a few great balconies with amazing views here on Astraeos. That's the map that we've been building on. It's located right here on the map, or little village. And it's quite a cool location, as you can see, with the river, with the waterfall and everything. And yeah, we've got a few of these little huts that are standing, some decorations. And as I told, there's no real decorations inside, but that's totally fine. Maybe at some point, you know, we'll finish the town and our village, and we'll add some decorations inside. But yeah, we've got some lovely little details like this, some trees, some flowers, pathways leading around the buildings. I love the look of this longhouse. I'm gonna be so happy every time I fly by this part of the map now in my little creative world. I will see this village, and I will have very fond memories of the stream that we worked on this. So yeah, this is one of the little houses Lance made over here. Oh, well, little, this is actually one of the bigger houses he made. And as you can see, most of these are just facades for the nice look of the town. Because obviously it's, I mean, 4 hours is a long time, but it's not that long to build an entire village, I can tell you. But yeah, we got a few of these smaller houses. This was actually the first one that I built. This one is actually very close to one that I do have a full step-by-step tutorial for, using these Klinger rustic fur structures. But of course, you could also just build them with normal wood and normal thatch roofs, and you get also a very nice little Viking house. And this one has another balcony here at the back to enjoy the waterfall and the beautiful views of the area around here as well. But yeah, if you do want to build a little Viking house yourself, I do have a step-by-step tutorial for a building very similar to this one. And yeah, I just really love the atmosphere in this town and the whole feeling, connecting it all up, and just the fact that it was built so rapidly. Now, these A-frames are all actually just facades. Because of the landscaping, would be quite difficult to give them all interiors, but for the look, it really helps making it feel like a village. Got a little pumpkin patch using the pumpkins from the current Fear Ascended event, which are great, and I wish we could always make these, so I'm sure to make like a bunch of them before the event is over, so that I can always have my little bit of pumpkin patches around and decorations. And then we have one of these scarecrows here as well, because why not? Vikings definitely would have that, right? Why not? So yeah, we've got more of these A-frames just to kind of fill up the village and making it feel more like a village. Then Johnny did one with a little bit more curve to it, using some of the ASR pieces, which looks amazing, of course. And yeah, really nice with the little detail as well in the roof, and using the dwarven forge as a chimney instead of the normal ones, which does really look quite cool. And well, there's no interior, but I do think there's a lovely balcony here at the back to once again enjoy these amazing views that you have on Astraeos, and of course here as well of the little town or the little village, all the chimneys, there's the smokestacks coming up. It's quite nice indeed to look at. I'm really happy with the way this whole thing turned out and how the whole extra live stream went for us. So yeah, we got another little hut here that I built, just a small simple one, but they are very iconic, of course, so you have to have a few of them. And another little pumpkin patch that I made. I don't know, I really love those as decorative pieces, so I really want to have plenty of those around. And then we got another little building here on the side of the water, looking very cool, especially those custom fence designs here. They look quite nice indeed. And I mean, the whole vibe here at this little lake at the mountainside, and then the river starting here with this lovely bridge that Johnny made as well. Looks really cool. I love the curve on that. And then we got this little house on the other side of the water with a custom water wheel design, and this is amazing. I know Johnny built one before, and yeah, it always looks great, so I'm quite happy to have one here as well, to kind of add more life and more details to this whole thing, which definitely looks quite good. And then we get to the end, where I was working for most of the stream on the Stave church, and in typical fashion I said I'm gonna try not to go too big this time, because we need to finish all this on stream. And as you can see, I went still quite big. Yeah, I went quite big. I used mostly the ASR pieces, Architect Structures Remastered, as you can see, some of those steeper roofs and the curved roofs as well, to get this look. Quite happy with the way it turned out. But as I said, and definitely let me know in the comments down below if you would like to see it, I think that I might do a full step-by-step tutorial of this build, or at least something similar to this. Probably mostly trying to use just vanilla stuff, so that you could also build this on official. I think there's definitely a way to figure that out, and I quite like the look of the build. So yeah, I kind of want to do that, because I mean, I love all the layers of this. The whole shape of the building is quite nice in my opinion as well. I do really like the way the look turned out. I think I came quite close to what I envisioned and imagined this build to be. So yeah, that was quite fun to work on. And you will see that inside there's actually a lot of space here. So you could definitely have a very decent base down here. Even some dinos could easily enter inside. And then you could even have some layers up top to have more of your other storage or whatever. And then, you know, everything you need could definitely be housed in a build like this. And then decorated a little bit around with some of the JVH landscaping stuff, the dino bones, and also making a little graveyard using the fair tombstones that you have now, the Western Deco gravestones as well. We got some of the vanilla gravestones over here, but also using the Halloween custom cosmetic, and that gives you a few variations for tombstones or gravestones as well. And you will notice a few more dino bones here and there. And then these are actually all the tombstones from the Fair Ascendant event, which are quite cool. And there's a lot of different variations for them, all different sizes, some just like little plaques in the ground, and then even this big one back here is one of those variations. So if you haven't yet, might be worth unlocking to make your cool custom graveyard for all your favorite tames that you might have lost along the way during your survival adventures. But yeah, this whole village, it came together so nicely. I'm really happy with the build I managed to do in the time, but also really happy with the work that Johnny and Lance did. Like, the whole place came together quite nicely. When we started, we did some of the smaller houses first, and then we started on our big builds, which of course took a long time to complete and paint, because we are maniacs and actually spent all the time painting as well during stream. And then I was a little bit panicked, like, are we gonna even be able to finish the town in a decent time frame before the stream ends? But if you look at this, the total picture, you can see all the little houses together, you can see the bigger builds tying it all together, and then the landscaping around, some custom trees now, especially with the pathways as well, really turns this into a lovely little village, and it's definitely gonna be an amazing spot just to fly by on my travels whilst I'm going from one build to another. But also, if I continue my survival adventures on this map, I will definitely be enjoying the fact that this is one of the many awesome locations I will be able to visit and just admire. So yeah, hopefully you like the build as well. Let me know if you would like to see a full step-by-step tutorial for the Stave Church up there. And yeah, if you enjoyed the whole Viking village build, I really enjoyed it. I loved it. I really want to thank Johnny and Lance for showing up, helping me, because I really wanted to do a little bit more of a special stream rather than just me building by myself, which I do all the time already. And I think this one was definitely a great success in my mind. So yeah, hopefully you guys like the town. If you do, let me know down in the comments below, and of course feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And then hopefully I'll see you around in the next video or live stream. For now, goodbye.